Hey, Jen. Oh my goodness. I was resting up in the car. I've been here since what, 6:30? Hi. Hi, Puddin'.
You got it?
I do.
You did.
I'm telling you, I got a system.
Yeah, I'm dressed up for success.
Hey.
Put my head down to my boots.
How are you?
I don't do it for the money.
I can get a hug in here.
There's bills that I can't pay. I don't do it for the glory. I just do it anyway. Providing for our futures. My responsibility. Yeah, I'm real good on the pressure.
Rejuvenate.
Being all that I can be. I can't call in sick on Mondays when the weekend's been
Hey, y'all.
long. I just work straight through the holidays, sometimes all night long. You can bet that I stand ready when the wolf growls at the door. Hey, I'm solid, hey, I'm steady, hey, I'm true down to the core. And I will always do my duty, no matter what the price. I've counted up the cost, I know the sacrifice. Oh, and I don't want to die for you, but if dying's asking me, I'll bear that cross with honor, 'cause freedom don't come free. I'm an American soldier, an American. Beside my brothers and my sisters, I will proudly take a stand. When liberty's in jeopardy, I will always do what's right. I'm out here on the front lines, sleep in peace tonight. American soldier. I'm an American soldier. Tonight, American soldier, I'm an American. J6 will call me. An American. An American.
Hi, Ben. Oh, you guys, I was up resting in the car. I've been here the whole time. You saw that. How are you, Gloria? Oh my gosh, if Linda comes on here, we have to tell her, yes, I'm going to the J6 Vigil. It was just a weary day at the Verizon store for most of it. Trying to, they're stumped at what's going on with the phone. So, and then I ran through the museums really quick and got tired. How are you, Becca?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
I was back
Good timing.
Today's a little warm.
Yeah.
Not as windy.
It is a little bit. I was snug as a bug resting in my car up there. Were you really? Yeah, Ron. Storm and Storm and Sherry were gonna stop by and honk the horn.
Some nights I wish they just fall.
That's just mean.
But I still wake up. I still see your ghost. But I'm still not sure what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore. who I am, oh, who am I? Well, some nights I wish to be silent, 'cause I could use some friends for a change. And some nights I'm scared you'll forget me again. Some nights I always will. Lord, I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. I don't know. This is I sold my soul for this. I try not to die for this. I miss my mom and dad for this. No. When I see stars, I see stars, I see stars, that's all they are. When I hear a song, it sounds like this one's a and then I look into my nephew's eyes. Man, you wouldn't believe the most amazing things that can come from.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out and joining us tonight. Thank you to all the live streamers broadcasting this out. Thank you to everyone joining in by live stream. Everyone that's watching, if you get a chance, please share the links to the live stream on social media.
I'm just predicting.
Okay, that's okay. Listen, I just want to, again, thank everybody for coming out. We will be doing the opening prayer. If everybody would gather around. And we will do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Run, run.
Run, run, run.
Sit. You sit and get right with the little brain. Sit.
You gotta teach them how to pray.
I forgive you.
Right.
For one week, you're horning me again.
Come on, Katie. Waiting for you.
Oh my goodness. I was waiting. Hi, Katie.
Heavenly Father, we know you have a plan, the ultimate plan. It may not make sense to us along the way, but we trust in you. We also know that you have chosen special men and women to put on the front lines of this battle, who, like the Apostle Paul, who, like the Apostle Paul, fought, inspired, taught, and led while incarcerated. Those messages live on throughout history. We know these chosen people are being fine-tuned and polished for your special purpose. Thank you, Father, for the graces you bestow upon all of those fighting the good fight. Grant us all endurance, strength, protection, and healing, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, in this greatest battle. Lord, keep us on your right path, with our eyes on heaven, the true reward. Jesus, we trust in you. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
How are you?
Yahoo!
You warm? Oh, good, good.
It's warmer tonight.
It's a little
Terrible.
return. All my hope is in Jesus. Thank God that yesterday's gone. All my sins are forgiven. I've been washed by the blood. I'm no stranger to the prison. I've worn shackles and chains, but I've been freed and forgiven. I'm not going back, I'll never be the same. That's why I sing. Oh, my hope is in Jesus. Thank God my yesterday's gone. Oh, my sins are forgiven. There's a kind of thing that just breaks a man.
I have an FBI jacket, actually.
Break him down to his knees. God, I've been broken more than a time or two. Yes, Lord, and He picked me up and showed me what it means to be a man. Come on and sing.
Gloria's in here. You got to meet Gloria this summer.
Gloria?
Yes. She has a little dog in a carriage.
Yeah.
It's Saya! You came all the way from Baltimore. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You ride the train?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Are you warm enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
You saw
cold.
Mike. You must have seen Mike.
Mike?
Yeah. Did he bring roses?
No. I got this from a type of protest. They had the Iranian protest.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and they gave out roses.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Yeah.
That's for women, everybody.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
You like that one, Rebecca? The Iranian protest?
Do you know about the Iranian protest?
It's for the women who they become doctors and were able to drive and everything. They took it away from them in Iran.
So they basically
All right, Saturday evening at the Goulash. You know, with Mel's prayer, I just want to thank her a lot. You know, we're coming up on the second holiday season
Glad you've been there.
after January 6th now. And I just think it's a lot harder now. And so that prayer for the families and everything, I do appreciate, and I take it to heart, and I will pray it tonight too, because this year makes it real. It makes it reality that this government is doing this to the American citizens. It is reality that they will persecute you for not believing or bending a knee. I shouldn't say regime. And you know, there were people murdered that day, and there were people that were taken away from their families, and they can never ever make up for that. They can't, but we the people can.
Amen.
We the people can make up for that. We can't make up for Mickey's loss, and we can't make up for Roseanne Boylan's family's loss, but we can acknowledge it. And we can prosecute people for that. How about we prosecute people for murder? How about we not prosecute people for trespass? And we actually prosecute people for the murders that they did that day. And, you know, my family, as hard as it is for them right now, and I'm not going to go into that because, you know, that's really personal, but I will let you know, all you assholes that send my husband and my family hate mail, and my 18-year-old daughter gets to open it up, and in the letter you talk about raping her.
Oh my God.
Well, I want you to know your day is going to come, and it may not come from me, although I wish it would. It will come. And so as you think that you think it's so funny, you think it's hilarious that Ashley doesn't get to spend Thanksgiving with her mama, you think it's hilarious that God gets to spend his days in jail for standing up for his country. Your day's going to come, because we the people are so much stronger. I don't feel strong today. I feel real weak, feel real sad, feel real mad. But that is not going to stop me or Mickey or Randy or David or Katie or Sherry. I'll name all you out here. It's not going to stop us. It's not going to stop us. You know, we have people watching. I have you people that are watching on these live streams that I need you to go into your church tomorrow. And I need you to say on Thanksgiving, please stop and say a prayer at 4 p.m. Please, please join us, because the power of prayer, our Lord, is what is going to guide us through this dark time. And I have to have faith in that. I have to. And I do. I do. And because this holiday is real, super real, more real than I want it to be, more real than Mickey does, any of us. Katie? Yeah, I know, babe. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, and we're going to celebrate our Thanksgiving. And we're going to celebrate Ashley. We're going to celebrate Guy. We're going to celebrate these guys. And we're going to celebrate the ones at Northern Neck. And we're going to celebrate all of them around the country, whether you're homebound, because the people homebound, I feel like sometimes get left behind because, you know, it's just not so stark in our face. But they're at home and they can't go anywhere. And I want you to know we're not forgetting about you guys either. And so please, 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 for the good of our country and the good of our souls, let's just take that moment at 4 to lift our voices up to our God and be thankful and look for guidance, look for peace. So I'm asking you, please tell your friends tomorrow at church to join us at 4 on Thanksgiving. It is so important to these guys. It's important for our country, for all of us to be in concentrated prayer at the same time. It is so, so important. And I just hope that you invite us into your homes. I really do. And I give so much appreciation for the support that's out there. And I just ask, if you can't be on the corner with us, please go to wherever you are, to the people next to you at the line at the grocery store, at the gas station, wherever, and say, guess what? You know, there's some truth out there about January 6th, and I invite you. And so please, let's be the fishermen of men. Please, you know, that's so important for our country, to spread the message no matter how you can. And if it is just by word of mouth, that is how things happen in this country. We're strong people. And please, just spread the word. 4 p.m. Thursday, let's stop and pray. Let's stop together and all pray. And it will move mountains, and I have faith in that. And I love you guys. We'll go back to the music. I'm not going to get mushy right now because I want to, but I'm not. And so we'll go listen to some music and lift this mood up. But please, 4 p.m. Thursday, let's do this. Let's move mountains. Let's move mountains together.
All the way.
Thank you.
All the way.
God keep Nicole and Guy and their family safe and everyone else's family safe. In Jesus' name, amen and amen. Beautiful Patricia Joy. We'll enjoy having you with us. That's wonderful.
Spend his life living
That's
off the
awesome.
land.
This is not a Trump rally. This is a J6 candlelight vigil for Ashley Babbitt and the other January 6th political prisoners. So this is not a Trump rally. And our American flag does not stand for Donald Trump. It never stood for one person. It stands for our country and our freedom and our constitutional republic. So it's a legit question, but it's kind of out of context here. For Terry. Time zone, so it'll be 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be starting our Thanksgiving here at the jail at 12 p.m. And then at 4 p.m. the guys will call in. Sean and the other J6 political prisoners. They'll be calling in and from here in D.C. Jail. And we'll begin the prayer session that will be going across the country at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you.
death will, for love of them, they turn away. I will break their hearts of stone, give them hearts for love alone. I will speak my word to them. Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart. I the Lord of wind and flame. I will tend the poor and lame. I will set a feast for them. My hand will save. Finest bread I will provide, till their hearts be satisfied. I will give my life to them. Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart. Oh, I will hold your people in my
But we'll see. We'll see. Not everybody's bad people, you know? Something's got to happen. I don't know, but it'll be good to see Governor Hogan.
I know him.
Seems to
It wasn't real before he became my friend and she's real. So they are friends. And one day my friend
My father always taught that I could speak and know freedom make a stand. My father always spoke of those who gave so much to hold this land. My father always said that I should live in a way that would bring honor and work to keep the vision high of our forefathers, our wisdom scholars. He'd say freedom today and be gone tomorrow. Wake up, look around. my soul as I pray here today. I wait today. Freedom today can be gone tomorrow. Wake up, look around, and hold to freedom with all your strength and stand your ground. You are my voice, while I am rendered voiceless. So rise up and speak while you have choices. Freedom today can be gone tomorrow. Wake up, look around, and hold to freedom with all your strength and stand your ground. Freedom today can be gone tomorrow. Wake up around and hold to freedom with all your strength and stand your ground. Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
Out there with us with the Advocacy for the Recovery I work up there, I go in and I get out.
Yeah.
That song I just played was written and performed by Ann M. Wolf. I want to give a big shout out to her. I will say this, you know, the one thing that is so great about the journey that we've been on and is working with so many wonderful people. And Ann Wolf is one of them. Many of you would know her from, I believe, the Prisoner's Record on Telegram. She's in there quite a bit. But she does a lot of great work behind the scenes. The song I just played is on the homepage to our website at the very bottom, if you want to check that out. But more importantly, check out her work. She does a lot of work on behalf of the veterans, especially the Native American community as well. Ann, thank you for everything that you do. And I'm actually going to see if I can reach out and get her to call in on Thanksgiving Day, you know, and pray. She has a very powerful voice. If you want to know more about her, you know, check her out on her website, ANNM Wolf.info. Thank you, everyone.
AnnWolf.info.
You know, also, if any of you that are watching that would like to call in and pray, please go to A for Justice, and you can get the number there. And when we're available through the day, we will be taking prayer calls and words of encouragement. And just go for aforjustice.org. Thank you, glory be, because I'm not good at that. aforjustice.org. The letter A, the number 4, justice.org. And there'll be a number, and you can call. And, we encourage everyone to call in throughout the day. And we'll be doing that during the day that day. We'll be asking for anyone that's watching if they would like to call in and talk to anyone here, actually, because we're out in the open anyway, aren't we, Randy?
Absolutely.
we're bold and we speak the truth, and so so I encourage y'all to go to the website, check out whatever you can there. But the number is there. Please call in that day. We would love the American people to share their prayers with all of us and for our nation. So just want to put that in there.
Beautiful.
Yes, and I will add one thing to that, and that is this. President Trump, if you're watching, if you're listening, please make it a point to call in that day. I know that would mean a lot to the guys here and the guys all around, all the J6ers that are held in facilities across the U.S. Like Nicole mentioned, on our website there is a contact us form where you could actually, fill out a contact us form, and that will go to everybody. The phone number is there as well. One of the things that I would like to do is to have maybe pre-recorded prayers that people might want to submit. So you again, not only just on the A for Justice website, but also the For Ashley site. We have a contact us form. The phone number's there as well. And anyone, if you would like to have a pre-recorded prayer played during that day, that's also another way that we can do it. Oh, I have James Grant on the line. What's up, James?
Hey, what's going on, Randy?
We are out here on a beautiful evening. We're outside the DC jail. You were on with the live streamers and everybody.
Randy's a Fed!
Someone's saying that I'm a Fed. I don't know if the Feds. I don't know if the Feds in this parking lot would agree, but.
Oh, are there Feds out there?
Oh yeah, we got.
I'm a Fed and a troll.
We have at least 2 of them.
I'm a Fed and a troll.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think.
But yeah, one thing. Sorry, but one thing I wanted to talk about was the situation here in Northern Neck. I mean, I don't know how they expect us to have a fair trial coming from here. I mean, you know all the things that have been said about Northern Neck, but even all that in terrible conditions aside, the logistics they have and just legal resources for our case are ridiculous. We can only see our discovery, which is the evidence for our case against us, that we should be able to view at any point in time. We can only view that from 7 to 10 p.m. And a lot of the time we ask them to see it, and they say no. Like, the guards don't feel like doing it.
I want to say thank you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for saying a prayer for me and my family. I love y'all.
Keeping them safe, absolutely. Oh my
basically
gosh.
all the evidence for the entire, all of January 6th, the prosecution loves to tout that they have this whole, compilation of evidence that we can see, and we can't even look at it. So I don't see how we can go to trial from this location and have it all be remotely fair. They get us up at 3 a.m. to go to court. So I don't know if I went to trial from Northern Neck. I've got trial set for spring of 2023. But how is that? That's not a disadvantage. They have to wake up at 3 a.m. to go to court. I'm going to be extremely tired. They make you sit in a gym until it's time to go to court. You have to appear in a jumper, which, you see someone come in a prison jumper, and that already gets your mind going. You already have the presumption of guilt that this person's guilty, no matter what. And a lot of other facilities will let you change into street clothes, the clothes you came in with that they have at the jail, but they don't feel like taking 2 minutes to let us change into that. So it's easier for them. So forget that I have years of my life on the line in this case. We don't want to maybe have to take 5 minutes out of our day. That's how the whole facility is always run. They don't want to do anything they have to do legally, and we're expected to follow all their BS rules. We only get a razor once a week, so I guess if I have court or a trial for this high-profile federal court case that the media is going to be at, I guess I'm going to have to come, looking disheveled in my jumper. Unless I want to, I just had to put a grievance form in, the other day. I really am not a huge complainer, but these conditions are crazy. I put in every request form that I put in. I try to remind them I have a high-profile federal court case. Can I have these pretty reasonable things like a razor? We were complaining about that today. How can I have a fair trial? I've got my first in-person court case. Court date on December 2nd, and I want to make a good first impression with the judge and show that I have respect for the court. And I can't even shave. I'm going to come looking, with scraggly face, and I'm going to come in a jumper. How is that? I don't understand the reasoning for putting us here. It's 2 hours from D.C. on top of everything. So my lawyer doesn't like to talk on recorded lines, so I've talked to him a total of 2 times in the 10.5 months that I've been incarcerated about my case. I hadn't talked to him about the actual case until about a month ago, and that was just a little 5-minute chat. He didn't really have time to go into anything. He said he's going to go talk to the prosecution. But how am I? It just blows my mind. They've been, tolling speedy trials, so we have to sit at this location. Like I said, the 3 a.m. wake-up call. I don't have access to my discovery. I don't have access to the Global Discovery Project, which is everyone's discovery. We don't get razors. We got to appear in a jumpsuit. I don't have communication with my lawyer. Half the time they'll turn off the phones to punish the entire unit because of the actions of like 1 or 2 people. So given all this, and I would love for this whole reporting to be played for anyone, you know, on the prosecution or the judge, because how am I supposed to have a fair trial given all these things? That would have to be a mid-trial.
You make some very, very good points, but the one thing I will remind everybody is, you know, for the first year, was it at least the first year that the guys were here in the D.C. jail, I know, they were denied any razors, they were denied any haircuts. And when they showed up to court, they actually looked like terrorists. And I think that was the intent.
That's what Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, that's Brandon. I mean, Brandon knows full well. I mean, there's so many of them there. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not trying to make light of what you're saying, but you're absolutely right, and you hit on some very good points. And I mean, especially with discovery, it's a constitutional right that you have to participate in your defense. And I mean, I would even take it a step further. I mean, I mean, obviously, I mean, that's Brady violations and all of that. But I mean, the bigger thing is that we're seeing unfold right now in the Oath Keeper trial that's, you know, heading to the closing now. I mean, the judge in the cases have denied defense witnesses. And I mean, these are the judges who routinely are putting their thumbs on the scales of justice. And you're absolutely right. I mean, we need to do a much better job at bringing a lot of this to the attention of the American people, reporting on it, and getting it out there. So you're absolutely right. A lot of what you're saying, I mean, you know, I can tell you specific examples just that we've seen just here in the last 4 months. Nicole can. I mean, it's so. You're absolutely right.
I mean, I don't know, and then I don't even want to get into the conditions, but I can remember 2 separate occasions where raw sewage with fecal matter flowed up into the living area where we all keep our food and everything, and they didn't even give us really disinfectant. I think they gave us like a low grade. I don't even remember, but I have it documented. I have the times documented, and it's going to be on camera. A lot of the terrible conditions here. I remember I was working with Barry Ramey to help document the conditions, and you know, I'm hoping that's going to, you know, show in the end and show the terrible conditions we were kept in. But I don't know why Northern Neck. It can't be because it's close to DC, because it's a 2.5-hour drive. I've never had in-person court from here. I've only ever done video, and a lot of other people have too. But I don't see how this wouldn't be. I'm wondering if the prosecution wants us to. It's like they weren't planning on us people going to trial, and maybe if they do, they know it might be overturned on appeal, so they just want to get this win. These charges, but I don't see how any of this can. I mean, how's the appeals going? Has anyone appealed successfully or in the works?
No appeals that I've heard of, and I believe the first one up would be Guy Reffitt's appeal, and I'm not exactly sure when that starts, but.
Actually, appeals have been put on stay until after they do the 1512C appeals December 12th, because that has a lot of weight for a lot of agencies.
Okay. And yeah, that's another thing. How come some people only got trespassing, which is, you know, the charge it really should be at worst for, I think, most people, and then other people get this 1512 witness tampering charge, which is, you know, that's what it's based off. Obstruction of an official proceeding. It's a 1512 charge. For those of you unfamiliar with, if you read the statute, the first lines of that statute are attempting to kill or killing a federal or witness, informant, or police officer. Who, like, I mean, how is that just for being on grounds? We get this, like, a lot of people have gotten this just for being on the grounds. So literally showing up at a rally like that with thousands of other people around get you a witness tampering charge that's a 20-year maximum, you know, a 20-year possible sentence. What is that? I don't see how that's not selective prosecution in itself right there.
It absolutely is. You know, Guy didn't even enter the building, and he's been charged with that, and that's the charge that gave him the most time also. So, you know, there needs to be a lot of concentrated, like, prayer towards December 12th about the 1512C, because that's going to make a huge difference for a lot of these ancestors.
Yeah, it would have to. And I guess what would happen to the guys who already took a plea if that, you know, comes out in our favor?
Well, because I mean that's the issue. You know, from the beginning, Guy being the first trial and everything, we have been pro not taking a plea because there's so many things that will be dissolved in the appellate court, or so we pray. Whether it be with Guy's trial, but there are other trials after that will be appealed. You know, but it's going to happen. I have all the faith that the appeals court is going to uphold Judge Nichols' ruling that the 1512C should be dropped for certain reasons.
Yeah, they would have to for it to be, you know, they have to go by some kind of rule book. And we were just talking about that today, is you kind of have to go to trial because there's too much. You know, you have to have that appeal. You know, I'm not telling anyone legal advice, but you gotta, in my opinion, I have to have that appeal option open. There's way too much wonky stuff going on to give that up. Yeah,
there is.
It's crazy.
You know, I mean, there's pros and cons on both sides, and I'm not a lawyer. I'm not pretending to be. But I mean, a lot of it, you really have to look at it in terms of the situation that you're in. You know, if you do take a plea, you do waive the right to an appeal.
You were a member of TPC too.
But at the very same time,
and drank beer with the pedophile.
You know, if you're hit with 3 or 4 misdemeanors and you plead guilty to 1, you take it to trial, you could be convicted on 3 or 4 of them. And we see that happening with guys like J.D. Rivera. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, the sad reality is if you really believe that you did nothing wrong that day, I mean, the full resources of the government come down and bear upon you, and that's what we see this time and time again. And we all know you're not getting a fair trial here in D.C. And I mean, there's a lot of things that we need to find ways to, you know, for justice to ever be served, ever to be done. You know, we have to find ways of fighting these things much better than we have.
And I have a lot of respect for all of you guys. I have tons of respect for all of you guys. And to stand strong and to say, you know, into the face of the judiciary system that you are not guilty, I wholeheartedly want you to know that the American people are behind you.
Thank you so much, Nicole. And thank you to Guy for leading, you know, kind of being the first one willing to go to trial, which was a big thing. And I remember in the beginning everyone was pleading. And, you know, even if it didn't go the way we wanted, it's huge. It's huge, as Trump would say. And I don't know, did Guy have access to the Global Discovery Project? Because I know there's stuff on there that looks really good for me. There's really good mitigating circumstances. You know, I signed a non-disclosure, so I guess I can't go too much into it. But there's something on there I need. And, yeah, I don't know, did Guy have access to that? Do you know, Nicole?
You know, I don't know that in particular, but if you have a timestamp for anything that you need, I think that we can, if you have a timestamp in an area of where you are, I think that we can look for that in some ways. There are people out there searching. We have Gary McBride out there, I mean, and he knows the videos back and forth. So, yeah, so if you have a timestamp and the area, we can do everything we can do on our end to help you with that, finding what you need.
Okay, yeah, that would be huge. I'm gonna have to see. Right now, they say you can watch Discovery from 7 to 10 p.m., but if I was to ask them to go watch it right now, it would not happen. And it's just crazy to me. But yeah, that would be huge, and I definitely would like to take someone up on that. I guess Randy's got my information, but that would be
You have 1 minute left.
That was a quick 15 minutes.
Yeah,
but
we'll be
yeah,
messaging that.
Go ahead.
Netflix documentary cameraman.
We'll be messaging
Yeah,
back and forth.
Okay, yeah, let me know. So again, my name is James Grant. I'm gonna hop on out of here. Brandon Phelps is gonna call next. So yes, you were listening to James Grant at Northern Neck Regional Jail. Anything to help me get my life started again, help me, prepare for trial would be great. Any donations are greatly appreciated. GiveSendGo.com/free-James-Grant. And, thank you guys for your support. And it just really means a lot. And, yeah, thank you, Randy. Thanks, Nicole. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely, brother. And you stay strong in there. We're always thinking and praying about you guys. So thank you for being the American heroes that you are. And we're going to keep fighting until this is done.
Thank you.
So
yeah,
you guys
we are.
out.
Absolutely.
Thank you for using
Yeah, he brings up some really, really good points, and it's, you know, that's the one thing that I think is so compelling about what we do out here. You get to hear it direct from these guys, each one of them individually, what they're going through, what they're facing, and we can sit out here and talk about what they're going through, but hearing it directly from them is so important. And okay, so momentarily we will have. Oh, here we go.
That pedophile with my niece's picture on a coffee mug and in a screen name, right? Those awful people that you're sending over into my chats. That's what freedom's about. Is that what it's about? I would never put somebody's niece with the picture of a man who's been charged with raping a 13-year-old. That's not what freedom is about.
Securus. You may start the conversation now.
You're on, John. You got to talk over the heckler.
All right, I love those hecklers. They're amazing, aren't they? So much fun. They mix it up and they make it so interesting to come out here in it.
Yeah.
Keeps you warm in these cold weather.
It does. It does.
Yes.
These my ears are warm.
Yes, yes, the fire. You know, it's great. Well, I don't have anybody planned for tonight. We had a lot of people come on last night, but I was wondering if you guys wouldn't mind I kind of shout out some of the activists that have made this such a beautiful experience as much as it can. You know, being locked up in a gulag.
We would love that.
Awesome. First of all, I just want to thank you, Mickey. You're just an absolute blessing to all of us here in the gulag, to the people on the live stream, to the people here that show up regularly at night and once or twice, and then also you're just a blessing to this movement in general. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better representative, a better ambassador, a better leader, a better queen. I mean, you absolutely are
I know. I must insist to stop in due time. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. You're the best. I mean, we really. It's very rare that everybody agrees on one thing, and but you are the one thing everybody agrees on. We all love you, so we're just grateful, and then you've got your sidekicks out there. You know, of course, the people that show up with you. I mean, you know, I love you guys, Sherry and Nicole and Randy and Tommy Tatum and Mel Hawley and you know, who else? Justin. We love Justin. We absolutely love him so much. So many other people that show up regularly that it just really means a lot to us. And,
Stormtrooper and Glory B and Katie.
Oh yeah, let's go through some of these live streamers. Yeah. 1791 Stormtrooper, Glory B, Republic Road Reel, Freedom Express Media, Freedom for USA, Christians Watching News, Doug Mudge, who am I missing? A for Justice, and yeah, I'm sure I'm missing at least a couple. If you shout your name out of
That was a pretty good job. I think you hit most of them. Good for you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, baby. We love you guys, and it really makes it extremely special to have you guys there. I mean, it really touches my heart. It touches the world. I mean, to have us being able to broadcast around. It's amazing. Thank you. And I just want to, shout out some of these great activists that are, that are not with us all the time, but they're always working. Kara Castronova from CAP, that's citizensapp.us. Dave Summerall from StopHate.com. Paula Calloway and Marie Goodwin from PatriotMailProject.com. Gary McBride from M5Newsgate.com. Ned Lang from J6Truth.org. Tim Rivers from J6PatriotNews.com. And a fun fact, you can go to J6PatriotNews.com and pre-order your book. Tim Rivers and Marie Goodwin are putting together a book that you can pre-order on J6PatriotNews.com. It is called American Gulag Chronicles, and it is an amazing piece of literature that everybody should have in their bookshelf. It's absolutely amazing. And then 100% of those proceeds will go to J6 legal funds and other support, and they are taking none of the profits for themselves, which is so honorable. And I promise you, after I win my lawsuit against the torturous DOJ and the DC DOC, I'm going to buy you guys a yacht. Nell Hawley, you're amazing. You're running the Justice and Jeopardy podcast for Randy at Americans for Justice. So Randy with Americans for Justice, a4justice.org, and you can find that podcast run by Mel Hawley on that website, the4justice.org. David Clement with Professor's Record on Telegram. He is
to be checked out,
amazing.
to be putting
He's
facts like that on here.
So smart. And
List your
he's really
resource,
handsome too,
or
ladies.
it's going to
I
get
think he's
deleted.
married, so back off. But he's really cool. We love seeing him on War Room, and several of these people are on War Room. Kara's on War Room all the time. I mean, we love these people. You guys are amazing. Victoria White, you can follow her on Twitter. She's been doing a lot of great work to try and keep things honest inside the movement. You can find her on Twitter on at VIS4 Victorious, VIS the number 4 Victorious, and then on Getter at VIS the number 4 V, VIS4V. I said Randy Ireland at Americans for Justice, a4justice.org. Tommy Tatum at WashingtonCountyAuditor.com, Trennis Evans at CondemnedUSA.com, and then, man, Jim Hoft is one of my heroes. Jim Hoft of the Gateway Pundit, Kara Castronova, and Kelly Wild, and the Gateway Pundit readers for helping us raise over $2 million directly into our Give Send Goes. You can check out Gateway Pundit today. I believe Billy Cressman was published, and he's got a very compelling story.
Amen.
And anything that's donated to him today or whatever, if you go to that story, anything that's donated to him goes directly into his bank account. So he can actually pay for his lawyer. He can actually pay for his he's got a bunch of children, a bunch of grandkids. I mean, it's really tough, So it really has been a blessing. And then the most important website in my mind is 4ashley.com. That is the number 4, Ashley with an I.com. Please go to this website if you want to support our movement. You go to the call to action button, and I'm telling you, there's a whole bunch of websites there, a bunch of friendly sites, pretty much all the websites I just mentioned. So they'll be there on 4ashley.com. That is the number 4, Ashley with an I.com. And then you can also go to, if you would like to get to know us Patriots better, in our own words, you can go to wearegoodmen.com. Wearegoodmen.com. It's got a lot of good information there, and places to donate directly to Give Send Go account. Really appreciate it. I'd love to do a call to action. Let's pick one. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. I wonder.
Oh, are they yelling? Is that the heckler?
That's the heckler across the street, yeah.
Mr. Heckler.
That's a clown show.
Yeah.
He's out here giving legal advice to everybody, and he didn't even give a disclaimer. I think that's against the law.
Yeah.
Nicole.
Why was Cynthia not giving us money?
I'd love to do a call to action right now, so I'll give you a couple of phone numbers and a couple of email addresses. So Marjorie Taylor
Get
Greene.
your pens ready.
The screamer across the street.
Get your pens ready.
So Marjorie Taylor Greene's phone number is 202-225-5211. That is Marjorie Taylor Greene, 225-5211. And Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan's phone number is 202-225-2676. That's 202-225-2676. That's Jim Jordan. And we really want you guys
Deb's over here reciting it with you. She knows these numbers by heart now. It's so funny. It's like, yep, that's right.
I love it. Oh my goodness. I want to throw in Mark Green. So Mark Green is from Nashville, and he's got a few constituents that are J6ers. So we should reach out to him. 202-225-2811. That's 202-225-2811. These are all House of Representatives, congressmen. So we want to know what they intend to do to investigate the 4 deaths that happened on January 6th. That's Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, and Benjamin Phillips. Okay, we need to know what they intend to do, and they need to stand with Mama Mickey, or else they don't stand with us. I'm going to give you a couple of email. I'm going to give you...
John,
Yeah.
I just wanted
Uncle
to
Deuce, can
bring
you
to your
please
attention,
block
there is a
USMC for just
Congressman
being mean
Whitman,
and
I believe is his
nasty?
name, and that's from Virginia.
Did it
in
ever
the
occur to
district
anybody
with
that I
the-
might
the
want to be
Northern Neck
single?
facility.
Hello?
So let's add him to your list as well.
My extra weight right now is keeping me
Bob
warm.
Whitman, I believe is his name.
Yeah.
I would like to
And,
delete people like
we're going to be
that
actually arranging a sit
for
down
life.
with him, I think,
I don't want them
in
here.
a couple of weeks.
God bless y'all. Thank you.
Okay. You should mention my last name because that is my family's congressman, and they've been up his butt too. The whole Republican Party of Williamsburg, Virginia, has been up his butt, and he needs to do more. He really does.
Absolutely. We're going to shine a spotlight on him. Take up the cause there of the things going on at the jail there. So.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Sergeant
happens,
Steve
but
and
we definitely want
Fran
to-
and Heather.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, Northern Neck is a hellhole, man. It's really bad. And Congressman Whitman, I'm tired of we don't need jail reform at this moment. We need to stop this charade and let us out. At least let us out on bond while we prepare for our trials, because this is ridiculous. Like I said yesterday, the Democrats stormed the White House in 2020 and burned St. John's Church, and also injured 50 or 100 federal officers that night, forced President Trump into an underground bunker. And the mainstream media only made fun of President Trump, and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer only made fun of President Trump for having that happen to him. So they didn't arrest anybody that night. They didn't arrest anybody. They didn't hunt them down like Al-Qaeda. They didn't do anything to those Democrats who stormed the White House in 2020. But, this is what happens to us, and we're being beaten on random days and sprayed and maced for no reason inside here. And, whether it happened to Maccabee or Brian Samsel or whoever it is, you name Brian Mock, Jake Lang, there's so many people that have been abused in here. We watch it happen. It happens to us. So it's really bad. These jails that they stick us in, they hate us. I just want to drop some email addresses for Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Please tell them to stand with Mama Mickey and to get out here. We need to see them. We need them to be more vocal and support, and they need to get behind Mama Mickey. Matt Gaetz, email. It's matt.gaetz@myfloridahouse.gov. That is matt.gaetz, Gaetz, matt.gaetz@myfloridahouse.gov. His staffer's email address is dawn.mccardle@mail.house.gov. That is dawn.mccardle@mail.house.gov. That is Matt Gaetz' staffer's email address, and let's let them hear us. They need to stand with Mama Mickey, and they need to investigate the 4 deaths that happened on January 6th. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene's email address is mtgpress@mail.house.gov. That is mtgpress@mail.house.gov. And her staffer's email address is nick.dyer@mail.house.gov. That is Nick.dyer is nick.dyer@mail.house.gov. Nick.dyer@mail.house.gov. Please, let's blow these phone numbers up.
Thank you all so
and
much.
these
That's
emails,
awfully
and make
nice.
sure they're standing with
I don't
Mama
want
Mickey,
any of
and
us
they're
to be
investigating
subjected to
the
that
4
kind
deaths
of
that happened
hateful
on
stuff.
January 6th.
It's so negative
And,
that we
let
just
them know
don't
we're
even
still
need
being
to see
tortured
it.
every
So
single day. We have not
I'm
seen our
fine. Don't worry
family
about me.
faces
I'm
and our
good.
loved ones'
We
faces
just
in
don't
almost
need them
2
on
years.
this chat.
They do not offer visitation
I don't
here,
think that's censorship.
video
I think
visitation
that's,
here, and
taking out the garbage.
It's really a travesty. It's disgusting. It's horrible. My son is now, I'm told, taller than me. I can tell that his voice is deeper than mine now. He's 14 years old. I've been locked up almost 2 years, and I haven't seen him. So it really
so sad.
really breaks my heart, breaks all of our hearts. Some of us have grandkids now that we haven't even met.
It's criminal.
It's really crazy.
It's criminal.
Please reach out. If you guys have any questions or any comments or concerns, anything you want to say?
Thank you for all of that.
Thank you, Randy. You really are an amazing fighter for us, and it really is such a blessing. You've been around since the beginning, and it's been such a long road and a winding and rocky road at times, and and you've stuck with it, and you've stuck with us, and you've seen this through. And I mean, you know, you're getting a yacht too, trust me. And,
I don't need a yacht.
you can get one with a. Yeah, Nikki's gonna get one. We'll get her one with a helipad. You want to hop it out?
Yeah, he wants a hop.
You have 1 minute left.
With one of those big circle doors with doors.
Yes, exactly.
I just want to say, I mean, it's my honor to be out here fighting for you guys, and again, you know, if our places were swapped, you know, I'm sure that you would be out here just like I am. So, you know, we're not going to stop fighting until the last of you guys are out and free. You know, and more importantly, I mean, even then, that's when the real battle starts of pursuing justice for each and every single one of you guys. Justice for each and every single member of your families that have had to endure this right along with you. And you know, we want you to know first and foremost that none of you guys are forgotten. You know, we're gonna be out here. We're gonna be raising support. We're gonna be taking care of you guys, your family, to the best of our abilities. So stay strong, brother, and make sure that you and all the guys in there know that we're always thinking about you and praying for you guys.
Thank you for using secure.
Awesome. So we I got the umbrella to help block out the
Hey Mickey. Mickey. The guy that goes by the name of Anthem is rude and misinformed. Rude and misinformed. What about Convoy to Save America? Oh, Convoy to Save America. You don't agree with Convoy to Save America? You don't celebrate freedom? You don't support freedom? No.
How they get us $300,000 to get out of jail?
You guys know I had to pray because I reacted the other night, and I will not be reacting tonight. I will not. God has stabilized me, and I'm so grateful to Jesus, my Lord and Savior, and for all of y'all. And I will not be reacting tonight. I have my umbrella here, blocking him out and blocking some of the sound from you all. And he can just sit over there and rant and be run by the devil. But over here, Jesus rules.
It's Chad is telling me what's to be said. They do. That's what they're saying.
Thank you all for the prayers. Thank you so much. Jesus rules. Right, Wyoming girl? It just doesn't do any good. I felt so bad the other night. Y'all know I did because I get mad at me because I reacted. You know? If I break my voice, then I get disappointed because it's absolutely a waste of time.
Send me away 'cause I took the stand.
Well, yeah, but it's not. That's when you're buying into the distraction. That's what they're here to do. They want us to discuss them and not what's really important and going on in the country. So we are not going to give them our focus at all. Very little, okay. I know we won't be able to ignore it completely, but we cannot get off point here. If we start going after them like they come after us, we will be no better than what happened with 1776 in Bunker Hill. And that was disastrous in my opinion. And on the mall, it was absolutely disastrous. If we react, we are falling right into the devil's hands, and I don't want to do it. That's why I was so disappointed in myself the other night. Thank you, Kathy. I mean, it's like, you know, we're all growing, and, you know, these experiences help me to grow more, and how can I do better? And I got shown, like, how I can do better. Right, there's no fear here. It's just annoying. Trust me, nobody's afraid. The umbrella is to block out the noise and let them know that we just could care less.
I stood for words you may never get to see. And through the years and all the tears, we may never be the same. every single night.
on the other people. They lose their steam. You can't see my face?
And then I sit down trying to write to my son words about wisdom and honor and love. Will they ever understand that I
Showing like, it was showing my like triple chin that guy came on and made fun of me. He said I'm a fat whale and I'll never ever have a man. I'll die alone or something like that. I'm like, what made him think that I wanted one? Right? Amen. I've had men and my life became chaos. I love men as friends.
The Lord is guiding.
It is a beautiful thing to be single and just like focus my energy on my relationship with Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Amen.
and all the tears.
Did I get it?
Yeah, that last time.
So I pray. Pray that you choose to see through all the lies that you're told. They can take time, but they can't take your mind or your soul. They want you to hate, but it's never too late to choose love.
Get your umbrella. You got one? No. It's okay. You want the beach umbrella?
Choose love. I can choose love.
Yes, you can. It's psychological for them too, you know. Yeah. To be blocked. Yeah.
They
It's
used to
good.
tear down.
Oh look, Nicole's hoodie is eating her again.
There's a simple
There she is.
what we must do.
Dwight and Lily, look how chic.
Oh my gosh, you are so chic. I love it.
Stand with the truth.
Nicole's a lot of fun. She reminds me of hanging out with my sister when we were younger.
If you talk about freedom, they'll remind you you're a slave.
Wyoming girl. Yeah, you're in it now though. You got a baby on the way.
Left behind that January
Psychological too, you know.
I stood for thoughts, I stood for words you may never get to see. And through the years and all the tears, we may never be the same. So I pray. My voice is all that I can give. They've taken everything except this life I live. So this one's for my poison old man.
Yes, the umbrellas are passive aggressive. We're doing something, but we're being non-violent. And we're also helping to block the noise from our live streams.
Gotta go away 'cause I took a stand. Is there anyone left to make a stand?
Gloria. I love it. Hey, Junior Gonzalez. Oh, somebody that doesn't mean a thing. Don't you worry. I don't even know who it is. It don't matter.
I just want to give a big shout out to Brian Mock. Brian Mock is the one who wrote that song and produced that song. Brian Mock spent almost a year here behind these walls as a J6 political prisoner. Thankfully, he is now out on pretrial release. But if anybody would like to support him and what he's going through, you could go to www.givesendgo.com/free Brian Mock. Free Brian Mock. BRIANMOCK.
Free Brian Mock.
He did an excellent job with that song.
Amen.
And you know, it really captures a lot of what these guys in there are going through. So, thank you, Brian. Big shout out to you, wherever you are. Love you, brother.
Your husband? That's funny. There's always going to be, as long as we have the world, so that's all there is to it. It's just, what are you going to do about it, you know? So we're being passive aggressive with our umbrellas. We're doing something, we're blocking the noise from our live streams, and we're also letting him know we could care less.
Is that an umbrella?
Yes, it is.
I love your umbrella.
It's we're being passive aggressive.
Raining cats and ants.
We're being passive aggressive and blocking noise. Isn't that great? It helps block the volume from it. That's acoustics, David.
Is an awesome God he raised from heaven above.
I don't know the words to this, I'm just pretending.
Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God he raised from heaven above. Is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God he raised.
You are doing a fine job. Huh?
Okay, I'm going to put you on with another J6 defendant. This is Joe. You may know him by Pianon. He's the one who really started in a full throttle kind of a way the Sing for Freedom movement. Hashtag Sing for Freedom.
You're on, Joe. Go ahead.
Hey everybody, how you doing? God bless you all for being down there fighting a good fight. Just cannot thank you all enough. I'd be down there with you if I was allowed, but our beautiful justice system gave me a court order and banned me from my capital. It is an absolute honor to see you all down there singing the national anthem and showing love and support to our January 6th inmates and their families, the defendants. Mickey, love you. Everybody down there, you are heroes, and I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart.
That's amazing.
I wanted to let everybody know that I have been working for the last couple weeks to help bring Sing for Freedom out on the forefront and give a place where people can see it, submit videos to show their support for the January 6ers, as well as to be able to find their fundraisers. I've noticed, there's so many places and so many groups, but their information kind of gets spread around, so I wanted to compile it all in one spot, and so we started sing4freedom.us. Sing4freedom.us is going to be a website that has all the information that's going to be necessary. The links to all the affiliates like Americans for Justice and Real J6, WeAreGoodMen.com, ForAshley.com. Legitimate good groups, none of the grifters, none of the corrupt people that are here to make a buck off the blood, sweat, and tears of true American heroes, and where people can submit video for the Sing for Freedom campaign to show the rest of the world what it is that you guys are all doing down there.
Thank you, brother. I know on behalf of all the organizations, thank you so much, and thank you so much for everything that you do.
We're all in this together, brother. Where we go one, we go all.
All the way.
Absolutely, brother.
All the way.
So I just want to thank you all. God bless you all. Mama Mickey, we love you. Brandy, keep up the great work. Mel, you are a rock star. And everybody else down there. I wish I could see your faces. I want to give you all a big hug. And one day we're going to have to all lift a beer together. But I'm going to hop off of here and let you guys continue the evening. And I got to go an anthem to go sing. So God bless you.
Absolutely.
God bless you.
Can we just ask you, where are you in the process with your case and all of that? Are you headed to trial or?
Oh, that's my pet name there.
Well, the DOJ offered me a plea deal of basically just short of 5 years. I told them very politely where they can stick it. So I will be setting up a trial date at the end of November. And I'm going to be going to trial in March. The exact date hasn't been set yet. I go back to a status hearing on the 21st to figure out the exact day. I really hope it's March 14th because that's Pi Day. But either way, whenever I go to court, that's going to be my day. And I'm going to bring and I'm going to expose every bit of corruption that these assholes have put forth. That they aren't going to go away silently. My mama told me I could be anything that I wanted to be when I grew up, so I decided to be a stubborn asshole.
We love you, brother. Thank you so much for fighting, and we're going to be there to support you every step of the way. So.
Yes, we are. We got you. Yeah, I know you are. My heart's with you all. God bless you.
God bless you, brother.
All right, you have a good night.
Yep.
Convoy to Save America, stolen by Randy Ireland, stolen from Militia Morgan. She now has a convoy called Freedom Convoy.
All right, we're going to play. We're going to play Louis Gohmert on the Congress floor. Had a really, really good message and a strong message directed to the, I believe it's the Judiciary Committee. And he really exposed in a very big way a lot of the bias that's going on. Very things that I've been talking about here. And I mean, this is a congressman saying it on the floor of Congress. And I think we really have some great things to look forward to with the new House and the new Congress that's set to take place. So we're going to play this for you guys so that those of you who have not heard this, very, very important.
Maintaining the border is secure. And while he's saying the border is secure, we have had millions of people come across illegally just since President Biden's been in office. Then, a big headline recently has been the big Democrat donor Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, some call him, the founder of FTX, second largest contributor to the Democrat-affiliated political action committees, they've gone, the company he founded, dealing in cryptocurrency, FTX, it's gone bankrupt, and he's gone out of business. But you have a letter that was prepared by one of our Republican colleagues to Secretary Blinken, and it points out it's come to our attention that millions of taxpayer dollars sent to Ukraine to assist with their war efforts were potentially invested in a crypto exchange that then made massive donations to Democrats in the United States during the 2022 midterm elections. In March 2022, the Ukrainian government officially and for the first time partnered with crypto exchange FTX Trading Limited to launch a crypto donations website, Aid for Ukraine it was called, within days of President Joe Biden pledging billions of tax dollars to assist the country with war efforts against the Russian invasion. And it goes on to say the Ukrainian government also invested portions of the $54 billion of U.S. economic assistance. They invested that in FTX also, that helped keep Democrats in the power they retain. But anyway, this is just incredibly outrageous. So there are answers being demanded, and Secretary Blinken will need to respond, and I feel sure that he'll be called as a witness shortly after.
Okay, it is important to know about FTX because basically what the Democratic Party did was launder money. And, you know, that is just the end of the story. And they get away with doing stuff like that because the American people don't understand that they're taking advantage of us at every turn.
Just like Randy.
Just
like Randy.
So, but we're trying to find the right video. I think that it's so important that people listen to what he has to say because he's calling out the judges in this speech. And what he's saying is that, you know, he was a federal judge. And he knows that his bias needs to stay in his mouth and not on the record. Because it's not a judge's position to give their opinion. Their opinion is of the law, not of their whatever they think. It is of the law, and that's being really lost in the district court here in D.C. I've seen it happen over and over again. That is the thing about watching these trials and different things day after day, is that you see it, and once you see it, you can't stop. You can't stop seeing it. You can't turn away from it. You know that other people need to know, because just because you're not witnessing it doesn't mean it's not happening. And the mainstream media does not report it. They do not let you know what's happening in that courtroom. Deb knows. Deb has seen it. Every one of us that show up. Mickey, when she shows, we are not letting it go. We can't. Because what they're doing to the American people in these tribunals that they're having for them, we need to be a witness. And we need to let the American people know that their best interest is not being served in the District of Columbia, not tomorrow, not the next day, and not the next day. It is not happening. And I always had this idea of justice that I think we all have. You have the lady with the scales, and you think that it is going to be evenly distributed. Every day you show up in court and you just think justice will be served today. But what I keep seeing, and this is from a novice, this is from someone who's just learning this system this way, is that you see this thumb on the side pushing justice away from the American people. And it's edging and edging, and the scales of justice are leaning and leaning. And thank goodness that there are people witnessing it. Thank goodness we have these live streamers. Thank goodness we have you guys watching, because you can tell the person next to you. And it is so important to know that as much comfort as I always thought that I had and that my husband had in the judiciary system, it's not there, people. Justice is not being served here in this district. And all these guys need to be moved out of the district and tried with a jury of their peers. And that's not what's happening. And we can't find the video, but well, Randy's going to try, but if we can't find it, I hope y'all go and look for it yourselves. You sent it to him?
Don't forget that he drank beer with the pedophile.
Okay, I think it's on the other phone, though. Live TV, people. Live TV.
Live TV.
It is. We don't know what's going to happen.
It is live TV.
I feel like Lucy sometimes up here. Like, where's my Ethel? Come here, Mickey. But I do feel that it's what's genuine about what we do. Is that it just comes out and it is what it is, and it's out there. So, there's not a lot of editing going on. So what you're getting is what you get.
That's right.
And
the truth. The truth.
We hope it, I know that my truth is a bit biased. I'm not going to sit back and act like that I'm not biased at all. Uh-oh, you're not. You're actually my Lucy. I'll be your Ethel.
I'll be Ethel Mertz.
But it's difficult to watch court, isn't it?
Oh my God, yeah. It is hard not to stand.
It's hard not to stand up and catch a contempt of court charge when you want to tell the judges what you really think. So sometimes you have to take little brief moments in the hallway, but yeah, little breathers. But, Nicole sits in there a lot more than I do, so I give her props for that, because it's a hard place to be. The whole building is oppressive, and, we know what our men are in for when we're in there, and our women. And so we can just stand strong and support and hope for an appeals process, hope for our, newly elected, newly seated House of Representatives come out strong. So we're counting on that.
And another thing I'm counting on, and I hope I'm not overstepping, is that I hope that if you know any Jan Sixer or if you know someone who knows one, please let them know of the support that's out there for them. Let them know of the different websites that we've said here, Aid for Justice, you got the American Gulag, Justice for Jan 6, Jan 6 News. There's a lot. Go to Telegram, the Prisoner's Record. Let them know. Please let other Jan 6ers know that we are here for them, and we're here to help. And I don't mean, can we help financially? We can barely help ourselves. But can we help emotionally and spiritually? I hope that we can. And I just want other Americans to know that we're here and we're not going anywhere. And I think Randy found it because he's my hero. Well, one of my heroes.
Large for January 6th defendant maced twice by DC jail guard. Yeah, having been a felony judge in Texas, handling I don't know how many thousands of felony cases, nobody gets more incensed than I do when judges abuse their position. I recall having a bailiff. I found out that during recesses, he was trash mouthing, talking terrible to people that I was sentencing. And when I found out, I called him in and said, look, I'm sentencing these people to prison. We are supposed to show the example of civility. When you trash talk somebody when they come into court, it builds up hatred and anger, and they seethe during the time they're in prison, and it makes them more likely to come back and recidivate. There's no reason to do that. We're going to treat them civilly and fairly and make sure they're not abused, not verbally, not physically. And yet I see federal judges who seem to have the attitude that, gee, I am confirmed for life, so once I'm confirmed, I will do as I please and as I think I can get away with on appeal. And it's outrageous. So I'm encouraging my friends on the Judiciary Committee that there is such abuse by federal judges. There is such abuse by the DOJ and by the FBI adopting Gestapo tactics. They didn't used to act like that. I had so many FBI agents tell me, you remember how it was in the 80s and 90s. We didn't go break down doors of people we knew would show up voluntarily if we just told them when and where. We didn't do it in the middle of the night to scare families and drag them out in their underwear and alert the news media so they'd be there to humiliate them. And yet, it's been going on. And people say January 6th and think that justifies the worst criminality by the Department of Justice and even federal judges. Because I do believe it is a breach of a federal judge's oath when they ignore due process requirements. And they take the position, I'm not going to do anything about somebody that's being abused in jail until I'm told to by an appellate court. So I'm hoping that the Judiciary Committee will even be subpoenaing judges to find out, not belabor specific cases, but to find out what their judicial philosophy is that allows them to avoid due process and to allow prisoners to be punished in pretrial confinement against the constitutional rights they have. What allows and provokes a federal judge to act like a dictator in their courtroom?
You're trying to put my friends in cages.
Here's an example. I would not know U.S. District Judge Emmett Sullivan if he was here in the room, but I have read and heard firsthand from people who have had to deal with some of the injustice of him. And I know the federal judge that refused to recuse himself so he could sentence Dr. Simone Gold, even though he dated her and she wouldn't date him anymore. So he looked forward to abusing his position to sentence her as the first woman. Freedom of speech.
Okay. We need to pause that and get ready for the national anthem.
I can tell you what freedom's like. I can taste it.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's 9 o'clock already.
I was able to go on my own accord.
Hey.
Without having to ask
Hey guys, thank you. Hey, how you doing? Nikki, I love you so much. You're so amazing. Oh my God, they're all yelling at me. I'm telling you. Did you hear them? They're all yelling at me now. I love you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. You guys are the most amazing patriots we could have ever asked for to be a part of this movement. It's just such a blessing. Yeah. Is that headquarters still there?
Yeah, he says we're not amazing patriots. We're here for the grift.
Oh man, we love you too, man. You're gonna be a great star in a prison someday after you get, convicted of being an anti-government Antifa agitator.
He is over there bragging he's fresh out of the clink, so he just got released for something. We don't know if it.
Oh, he'll be back. Don't worry. I have a feeling he'll be back in there. We'll be waiting for you, buddy. Ask to come to C2B. We'll show you a good welcome. I bet he won't. I bet he won't ask to come over here with us. Anyway. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And we're going to do this in about 3
It would
seconds.
still be the safest place in the prison for him.
He wouldn't do well.
All right, here we go. Let's show them how patriotic we are.
Woo!
2, 1.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, who and bright star through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. USA! 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 USA!
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Awesome.
We have an F Antifa chant that we sometimes do, but we're trying to keep it family friendly these days.
Amen, we're forgiven.
All right, tell the heckler to get home. He's not wanted there, but we're still gonna pray for him at least.
Right. Thank you, John.
You guys have a good night.
Thank you.
God bless you. Good anthem. Amen.
He actually sang with us.
Imagine that.
Okay, so I'm going to finish the speech that Representative Representative, right? Yeah, Congressman Gomes.
With no criminal record and only guilty of a misdemeanor trespass, he got to sentence the girl that quit going out with him, the woman, the brilliant lawyer and MD, to a maximum security facility down in Miami. He needs to come in and answer about recusal and who he thinks he is above the law that's in the law. That a judge must recuse himself or herself if there's even an indication there might be some impartiality there. We got a lot of cleaning up in the federal system to do. And I am glad that Republicans will be able to do that. The article points out, despite audio and video evidence showing former Tennessee Sheriff's Deputy Ronald Colton McAbee did not assault a police officer on the Capitol steps of January 6, as alleged by prosecutors, a federal judge again refused the defendant's motion to be released from the District of Columbia jail pending trial. The issue took on added urgency on September 5th when McAbee, 28, was twice assaulted with chemical spray by a guard in the District of Columbia jail for not wearing a COVID mask. His wife Sarah told Epic Times, "This is just inhumane," Sarah McAbee said. "Doesn't even matter what your political beliefs are. You should never treat somebody that way." Are we living in the same universe? This is not the America I once knew. McAbee is charged by federal prosecutors with 7 January 6 related crimes: assaulting, resisting, or impeding a federal officer, 2 counts of civil disorder, entering and remaining in a restricted building or grounds with a deadly or dangerous weapon, disorderly or disruptive conduct.
I just want to interrupt that and just make it very clear to everybody. The video is very clear. Sheriff Ronald McAbee came to the defense of Roseanne Boylan. Now, the very charge that he just read, impeding an officer, what he did was impede an officer from killing a person. Make no mistake about that. And like what he just got done saying, there is video, very clear video. He never assaulted an officer. You ask me, he's one of the biggest heroes that day. He stood there in front of Roseanne Boylan's body and took hit after hit after hit of nightclub, billy clubs, whatever you want to call it, trying to get help to revive Roseanne Boylan. And more importantly, in the immediate aftermath, he helped a law enforcement officer. The FBI and the DOJ is lying and they know it. And this man still is indefinitely detained. That's not justice. Yeah, I mean, you can see the videos everywhere, but what Nicole just mentioned, you can go to m5newsgate.com. Gary McBride did a special video about all of this, but more importantly, you know, there's 5 or 6 different videos. The videos that was released, I believe it was body cam footage when she was beat 4 times by Lila Morse, and that's when we believe she ultimately lost her life. But the fact of the matter is, and I just want to give a little bit of context to what he's talking about right here. This guy was an active duty sheriff at the time, off duty. He was there on January 6th. He was there at the mouth of the tunnel. And he stood up for what he believed. And he's been indefinitely detained now, I believe, over 370 days in counting. And beaten. Exactly. While indefinitely detained here. On Labor Day, Lieutenant Anderson in this jail bear sprayed him. Then I think while he was handcuffed, bear sprayed him again. These people in here need to be held for justice, and they will. Their time's coming. Well, let's finish up with what Representative Gomer said.
Building or grounds with a deadly or dangerous weapon, engaging in physical violence in a restricted building, or grounds with a deadly or dangerous weapon and committing an act of physical violence in the Capitol grounds or building. And that sounds horrible. But then when you find out that actually, if you listen to the audio as you watch the video, you find out he was helping a Capitol policeman who was down. And yet this judge has the audacity to say we're not listening to the audio so he could hear that evidence. Why wouldn't you listen to the evidence as well as watch a video that gives a false impression? Why? And then to chastise this guy and punish him even more because he was law enforcement. He should have known better than to assault a police officer, but he wasn't. Well, the judge doesn't want the facts to get in the way. He's too busy being a tyrant. And punishing January 6 defendants while they're in pretrial and punishing them with pretrial. People need to answer for the tyranny of our justice system as it's become. And I have no problem, and I didn't as a judge, punishing people who deserve the punishment. And there were people January 6th that deserved to be punished. But it sounds like that corruption continues to grow in the DOJ, the FBI, and even in our judicial courts, federal courts. Tragic. He'd been pepper sprayed in the jail twice and was not allowed to clean it all off. The threat to his health.
That's when it becomes an issue. You can't associate with sex offenders.
In a 31, oh, and by the way, this sat in front of the judge, the request for bail, 117 days. Now, in our state courts, we make sure somebody has a hearing. We used to, I'm sure they still do, within 48 hours. And if they had other evidence to bring in, we'd set a hearing and have that. But this judge had this matter sitting in front of him for 117 days while the prisoner was being abused in the D.C. jail, where there was a deputy warden that had tweeted out, "F the supporters of Trump." Well, she made sure what she tweeted was what was being done at the jail. So Judge Sullivan took 69 days after the hearing to issue a ruling on whether somebody should stay in jail or not. What kind of judge is that? And then he dismissed the new video and audio evidence, calling them ambiguities the court could not resolve. Well, apparently the only reason he had the hearing in the first place was because the U.S. Court of Appeals was going to require it if he didn't do it. So he did it begrudgingly. But this matter had gone before a U.S. magistrate in Middle District of Tennessee, and he heard the evidence, saw the evidence, and he ordered McAbee to be released to home detention pending trial after hearings were had in August, early September 2021. That judge said, quote, "I do not believe that Mr. McAbee poses a future danger to the community if he were to be released between now and the time that he resolves this case. And the government, despite my request that they provide me any evidence that he's presented any sort of a danger to the community, have been able to point to absolutely nothing beyond the events around and during January 6th. Well, prosecutors knew they had to get that matter away from the judge in Tennessee, where there was more evidence of who Maccabee really was to the core. So that got it up here to Judge Sullivan, who immediately rescinded that order and kept him in jail as punishment, despite the requirement to the contrary by the U.S. Constitution. It really is outrageous. You know, if a judge were deciding whether Judge Sullivan breached his sworn oath, that judge could say exactly what Judge Sullivan said to Maccabee. Judge Sullivan said, someone tasked with enforcing the law has shirked that responsibility, and that's why they're dangerous. Well, it sounds kind of like that's where Judge Sullivan is. He has shirked his responsibility to the law and the Constitution, and that's why he's a dangerous judge. And I hope they'll have hearings and get to the bottom of what his problems are with following the Constitution.
That's all for today.
The one thing I will say is he only gives one example, really. Actually, two examples of cases, but one example of a judge. You can walk into that courthouse and in any of those proceedings, J6 related proceedings, and hear the same kind of bullshit coming out of the mouth of every single one of those judges. Dabney Friedrich is one of them. I've sat in that, and I've heard the bullshit that comes out of her mouth, and it's exactly what he just described about Sullivan. These are activist judges here in D.C., and they need to be pulled out of office and replaced with objective. Can you imagine having a judge like Gohmert? I say we maybe, I don't know if we can get him to run as a judge or get him appointed in some way, shape, or form, but those are the kind of judges that we need. And you know what? There are judges and magistrates all across this nation. I want to say that there's got to be at least 90 J6 defendants. When the magistrate in their home state, they stood before them, did exactly what Gohmert just described, and had authorized them to be released back to their home, then came down a 24, 48, 72-hour stay, and a judge here usurped that authority, setting new precedent. There used to be a time in this country before January 6th that when a magistrate decided something, the federal judge respected that. J6 changed everything, and that's the political nature of January 6th. And there's so many examples of this. You know, we could go on and on and on, but the one thing I will say is, thank God, finally, someone stood on the floor of Congress and spewed facts and truth and what's right. Nobody's saying that all J6ers are innocent. A lot of them that we talk to admit, hey, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. But you know what? Every single one of them deserve justice. They deserve due process. And part of that, I'll give you a little bit more of an example. He mentioned, what, 117 days Judge Sullivan waited to hear a bail? A bail? Do you know John Mellis, who was on the phone tonight, has been over 600 days and still doesn't have a bail hearing? That's a constitutional right of every U.S. citizen. How do we as American people stomach this? It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace that this is happening and people aren't standing up. Even people who may not agree with us politically. This isn't about, you know, it is about politics because that's the way they're being treated. On the other side of the political spectrum, they're cut loose within hours. Within hours. Months later, charges dropped. We have facts and evidence that showcases this. And so, you know, it breaks my heart every day. I know it breaks the heart of everybody who fights in this. And thank God, you know, let's try to get Gohmert out here. and speak these things right here to all of us, you know. We need, this is the part of it, you know, we really need every single Congress member to stand up, obey their oath, stand up for the Constitution, defend that Constitution. Because you're sitting right here, less than 5 miles where they work from. That Constitution is ripped and shredded. That's why we're here. So.
I know that why I'm here. And I'm here because what happened to my family can happen to yours. And I'm not overstepping that. Mickey's standing here because her daughter was murdered publicly. And we demand justice. And I think that we should say Ashley's name. Let's say her name, you guys. Ashley Babbitt! 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 Son, you know what we have on our side? We have the truth. And that is why, you know, once again, our light will, you know what? I'm not violating yours, sir, at all. In fact, I'm happy that you have your rights. Ashley doesn't have her rights anymore, does she? You know, that's a fact. My husband doesn't have his rights anymore. And, you know, you need to be so glad that you're not in fucking Texas right now.
He drank beer with a pedophile.
One of the beautiful things about this country is you don't get to tell us where the fuck to stand, moron. You fucking moron.
Freedom!
And so we're going to be here every night, aren't we, Mickey? We're going to be here every night. Whether it's just Mickey and Mickey, Mickey and Randy. You know, and all you beautiful patriots, but I can guarantee you that, you know, as much that we've gone through,
It's not going to be Ant-Man that chases us off this wall.
it's not.
You know, the one thing I will say, it's great being leaders, because that idiot would not be here if it wasn't for us leading the way, huh?
We appreciate you, Ruby, we do, and all your viewers, we love them too. And we've got to do the roll call.
Yeah, we're going to do the roll call. Today is day. Today is day 682 of the J6 political hostage crisis. Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips, Officer Brian Sicknick. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
These are those that are currently incarcerated. Thomas Ballard, Joseph Biggs, Jeremy Brown, Alan Byerly, Daniel Caldwell, Jake Chansley, William Cressman, Meredith Cleveland, Lonnie Kaufman, Mason Corson, Lucas Denny, David Dempsey, Charles Donahoe, Scott Fairlamb, Brandon Fellows, Kyle Fitzsimon, Mitchell Gardner, Robert Geishwin, James Grant, Matthew Green, Timothy Hale Cusinelli, Kenneth Harrelson, Donald Hazard, Albuquerque Head, Brian Jackson, Shane Jenkins, Douglas Jensen, Justin Jersey, Daryl Johnson, Cash Kelly, Josiah Kenyon, Julian Cater, Matthew Kroll, Jacob Lane, Nicholas Langerand, Cody Matisse, Mark Mazza, James Malt, Ronald Maccabee, James McGrew, Sean McHugh, Jeffrey McKellop, Kelly Meggs, Jonathan Mellis, Garrett Miller, Matthew Ryan Miller, Jordan Mink, Robert Moores, Marshall Neff,
Ryan Nichols, Ethan Nordean, William Robert Norwood, Joseph Padilla, Robert Palmer, Dominic Pizzola, Mark Ponder, Chris Quaglin, Barry Ramey, William Reed, Guy Reffitt, Zach Reel, Stuart Rhodes, Howard Richardson, Thomas Robertson, Daniel Rodriguez, Jeffrey Sable, Ryan Samsel, Ronald Sandlin, Peter Schwartz, Jeffrey Sills, Barton Shively, Peter Stager, Andrew Taki, Enrique Tario, Dustin Thompson, Jessica Watkins, Thomas Webster, Jack Witten, Ricky Chris Wilden, Kyle Young, Mickey Larson Olson, Christopher Georgia, Matthew Parna, Mark Ungst. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to say especially thank you to all the live streamers, everyone tuning in by live stream. We will now sing our closing song. God bless the USA.
What does that say? Let's sing. She's gonna stay in her hole.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
One reminder I just want to give everybody. There is a court case right now sitting on the docket to the U.S. Supreme Court. That case calls for 388 people to be released from duty for treason, for not investigating complaints about a rigged election, and not just complaints, congressional complaints about a rigged election. That's a dereliction of duty. And you know, let's watch that case. Let's see what happens with it. Something should be coming down from the Supreme Court regarding that case by November the 28th. So keep an eye on that. More importantly, let's spread the word and get all of America to stand up and talk about that case. Because you know what? I know at least half of the population of the United States does not believe that that election was fair. And that's the issue. It's not that we can't accept losing. And that's the lie of the left. I have absolutely no problem with losing, but it must be free and fair. So I just wanted to remind everybody, keep tabs on that. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for being here. We will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m.
We'll be back tomorrow. Love all you guys. Love all of you watching and you live streamers. And you know, just please let's tell everybody about our the prayer. You know, on Thanksgiving, 4 p.m. Please join us.
And in the words of the great Mickey, we the people, be the people.
Be the people. White. Awesome, too. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Yeah, Patrick Thursday? I'm talking Thursday.
All right, nice. We'll be having some food. All right. See you here.
All right. All right. See you later. Yeah, we got witnesses that said he drank here with the pedophile. Okay. That's why I went off on the whole set.
Okay, y'all. See you then. Yep.
You got amazing viewers.
I do.
Little man.
thing live? Oh, you guys just can't. Sorry, Glory B.
Light up the phones and keep telling everybody hashtag can't drink beer with the
You guys didn't see that, did you?
I feel good.
Am I the only one here tonight? Shaking my head and thinking something ain't right. Is it just me? Am I losing my mind? Am I standing on the edge of the end of time? Am I the only one? Tell me I'm not. Who thinks they're taking all the good we got and turning it back? Hell, I'll be damned. I think I'm turning into my old man. Am I the only one willing to bleed and take a bullet for
You guys are still live. You guys figure it out?
No. Put on. Oh, this side.
Pull this out.
Oh, just.
And then it goes. Yeah. Like You're welcome. Thank you, Dwight.
Making my way through the land of the lost. He still gives a shit and worries about his kids as they try to undo all the things he did. I'm the only one who can't take no more screaming. If you don't like it, this ain't the freedom we fight for. It was something more.
This belongs to.
Okay.
Oh, she's here now. She's coming.
All right, you guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you. You're gonna spend the night here at the jail. I was talking to an officer up at the top of the hill. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you. It was a really awesome conversation. He was very interesting and very nice. So, and then some strange dude came and asked for directions. I don't know if he got directions or not. Oh, do I? All this? Lily, you want this one? Thank you all. I was up here in a conversation with one of the officers, and so I apologize. I didn't mean to leave. Good night, y'all.
Thank you.
Is that everything?
Oh, okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys did a lot of the cleaning. God bless you. Thank
the
you.
only thing that I think if we can't get one of those, at least
Mel, it's good to see you, hon.
Good to see you.
Everything's okay? awesome. Yeah. We're just, God's in the lead. I don't know what's going on with the rest of my life, but this seems to be the only thing that's like right, you know? It's sort of strange. How is this right? I don't know. Oh, God bless you, honey. You too. Good to see you. Good night, y'all. Oh, goodness.
Did Justin go back to Texas?
I don't know. I haven't either. Maybe I'll send him a text message later and see where he is. See if he's all right. No, I don't think so. Good night. Whose car is Mike sitting in? Whose car is that? I don't either.
You see the person inside.
Mike is sitting in there. Oh, it's David's. It must be David's. Yeah, that's good. So Mike's been sitting in the warm car, which is good.
You mean Mikey?
Yeah, little Mikey, big Mikey. And somebody, who was it? Linda earlier was saying, I hope that wasn't Mike over across the street. No, it wasn't Mike. It was Ant-Man, the Ant-Man. So. All right, y'all. Another interesting evening at the DC jail. I want to go back and listen to the recording again. That was a great recording. I'd like to listen to the whole thing. Thank you so much.
We're right behind.
Oh, good. Good. I kept coming up here so our cars were safe. It's good. Because AP was up here just spooking around. I don't know what she was doing. Yeah. But this officer in front of me said she did not come over here, so we're good. Thank you so much, Drake. God bless you. God bless you and Lily.
Thank you, thank you.
I love y'all. Y'all be safe getting home. Oh, you too. I got a lot today. I was really tired. I slept too much, I think. I must have needed it. I don't know. Ugh. I know, we didn't get to hear it as much as we wanted to. So I would imagine if you just Google his name, it would be up, because they can't censor the federal court. I mean, sorry, the Senate floor or Congress. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where he was talking, to be honest with you. I missed a lot of that. Oh. There we go. Sorry, y'all. All right, we'll see you. Good night. All right, I'll be right back. Boy, the time went by so fast, didn't it? That was crazy. Crazy fast. Good night, darling. Good night to you. You be safe. I'm glad to see you. It worked out. We're going to be the God-centered in the chaos. All right, good night. Good evening. Have a good one.
Have a good night.
You too. Oh, thank you, Diane. Oh my gosh. Okay, did y'all see that? The Louis Gohmert speech is on YouTube from Epic Times 2 days ago. Super. That is great. Thank you. Oh, that is so great. I will definitely watch that later. Phew. All right. Where are we at? Is everybody okay? Everybody's good? Everybody smash that like button for me. God bless y'all. Isn't that something? We made it through. Those guys, they are so nice. They know that we are peaceful and that we're being supportive. I didn't even say anything. He already knows. They're all very supportive of what we're doing there. And that's the DC Metro Police that come out to the jail. There's only one or two that I think could care less about what's going on, and the rest of them are just super, super nice, very supportive. David owes me a new phone. What'd he do? What'd David do to my phone? I'll call him right now. Aw, that was pretty good, huh? Oh, thank you, Uncle Deuce. God bless you. I haven't learned how to clip yet. Don't get mad at me. I don't have any help. You should have seen the scene at the Verizon store today with me there for 3 hours. Oh my gosh. Took a village. And still nothing got done. Wyoming girl, you're a mess. I thought that was David saying that. That's something he would say, just to be ridiculously silly. Because it's like the honeycomb, right? We got the hive wagon, the honeycomb. He was sticking his tongue out at us. He's just jealous because we have such a nice chat. We have the nicest chat like ever. I don't like it. AP was at the top of the hill. Y'all missed it. I don't like it. She was up there messing around. I don't know what she was doing. I don't know where she had been the whole time. But the officer said she never came over our way to where my car was, so that's good. So, oh, he was licking the phone. Why in the world would he lick the phone? Like, that's just weird. I'm going to have to call him and ask him. I know, Jamie, it's really, oh, I need to turn the heat on. Okay, it's on now. Jeez, I didn't even have this seat on. The heat seat. Oh, who was Steve? Who was protesting on a desert highway? Oh no. Why do I feel like I missed my turn? No, it's coming up. We're good. We're good. We're good. Oh my gosh, to have a hot fire, to have a fireplace. Geez, that just brought tears to my eyes. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time. But I'm grateful for what I have. Truly grateful. I saw that Kathy was trying to donate and was having some trouble, but God bless you for wanting to. That's thank you. And thank you to all who have donated to help us. It is much appreciated. I'm grateful for everybody here. And my amazing mods too. Oh my gosh, what a blessing. Nicole gave us a nice compliment about what a nice stream that we have. A nice chat. I'm so glad. Oh, is that sweet? Oh my gosh, Gloria. Wow. Thank you, Kathy. God bless you, hon. I just wanted to let her, I didn't know if it went through or not. I just wanted to let her know how much I appreciated it. You know, that whether it went through or not. Oh my gosh, thank you, Tim Lee. Thank you. I did much better tonight. I'm very grateful. God sent me some words the other morning about not reacting. I want to be patient and peaceful and don't react. It's not always easy, but I get disappointed in me when I react. The life alert. We got to get that situated, Jamie. Bless you all. So much love here. Oh no. Is that it? Shoot. Or was I on it? Oh no. I think I already took it. What exit did I just take? Oh no, you guys. What exit is this? I have no idea. Here we go again, and I can't blame it on Wrong Way Wanda. I did it. I did it. What did I do? Oh, look, there's an Aldi. I've taken us somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Oh my gosh, where is this taking us? What in the world? Where are we going? You guys, I have no idea where we're going. Turn around if I can. Metro station. I mean, there's nothing here that tells me what road this is. That is hysterical. Oh man, I am really hungry. Shortcut. None of my little sightseeing detours are shortcuts, that's for sure. Oh no. I don't see anything that says I can't U-turn, so here we go. think I got a little gas earlier, right? Need to wipe us down with Lysol after David licked the phone twice. Now I'm concerned for Justin, who everyone believes is my kid's dad now. Oh, I'm gonna have to hit up Justin. I'm not sure what's up. 50 East to the left. Okay. Okay, we didn't do too bad. We didn't do too bad. It said 50 East this way. Now I don't see a sign. It said 50 East this way. That road? Doesn't look right. I know, yeah. As far as the group goes there, you know, I try not to get into anything. Oh, geez. Oh, my gosh. Where'd you come from? All right, let me get back on the road that I'm supposed to be on here. Okay, we should be on 50 East now. Hopefully. Officer Pop-Tart. Oh no, he was such a nice guy. No, this man with dreadlocks pulled up in a truck and he was lost. And he's like, I'm not trying to have any trouble with y'all or with you to the officer, but I need to know how to get to this street or whatever. I just left them to do whatever they needed to do. That guy was very lost. Oh my gosh. And then he thought that the officer, when he was getting out of his vehicle to talk to him, was going to arrest him or something. He's like, man, I'm not trying to get in any trouble with you. I just need to know. But he pulled up to a whole bunch of officers to ask directions. So I don't know. That was really strange. I'm thinking cry for help. I don't know. I blew him a kiss. Who did I blow a kiss? The officer? One of the things that I've noticed is that whenever I'm overweight, I can be a mama bear, and you can blow a kiss and it's taken like an aunt thing, you know, like a grandma thing or a mother thing, just being sweet. But when I'm thin and I'm working out a lot, you don't want to do that. Then people get the totally wrong idea. Jamie. Jamie gets points for that one. Just close your eyes, guys, and think happy thoughts. Jamie, you win. Jeannie, that was good, wasn't it? Oh my gosh, that was really cute. Just lie back there, Jeannie, and get under the covers. You'll be all right. Oh my gosh, I love it. Now I want some pizza. I'm highly suggestive when it comes to food. I'm highly, what's the word? Oh. Impressioned? Tell you what I could use more than anything is a salad. I can't remember the last time I ate something green. I did eat apple yesterday though, that was good. That why, Uncle Deuce? Why would you do that? Oh no, that's so mean. No, I don't have any ice cream at home either. I think it's gonna be some beans. Five-second rule. Jamie didn't catch it. Pistachio ice cream is actually very good, isn't it? That's an Italian thing. Or at least that's the only restaurants that ever served pistachio ice cream is Provino's Italian restaurant in Georgia. It's really good. My family's been going there for 40 years. 30 years. I'm thinking happy thoughts. Just think happy thoughts. Just think happy thoughts. I'm flying, flying, flying. Look up here, way up high. Suddenly I can fly. I'm flying. That's from Peter Pan. Just think happy thoughts. Just think happy thoughts. Spumante. That's what it's called. Spumante ice cream. Way to go, KB. You get points for that. That guy is yelling out there because he gets paid to be disruptive. AP as well when she's around, and Whistle Girl and all of them. They get paid to go and be disruptive to anyone who seems like they're Republican. In DC, Democrats are the only ones allowed to protest without disruption, which is why I went to the Wave, the Women's March, and disrupted a little myself, but not in the way that they do. But I certainly did upset AP that day. I yelled to the march as it was going by, she's a paid actor, she's not one of y'all, and they didn't let her back in the march right there. She got so mad at me. It's all on video. They can dish it out, but they can't take it. Ice cream, oh my goodness. I think tonight is chocolate peanut butter. Although butter pecan sounds kind of good. I don't know why. Y'all ever had cinnamon ice cream? It's really good. Oh, there's those crickets again. Crunchy crickets on ice cream. Why don't you just like put peanuts on there or something crunchy? Actually, potato chips are good on there on ice cream. Crunched up potato chips. It's like that salt and sweet. A fudge bar. Oh, those are good. Those are really good two-finger typer. I haven't seen the motorcycle yet. I need to make sure I watch that. Sometimes my short-term memory doesn't help me. Cinnamon gives you heartburn? Does it really? I put it in my my tea, my coffee. I'll sprinkle it on vanilla ice cream even. And I didn't know that it gave me heartburn. Jamie Crow, do you know what that means? That's not good. I'm surprised at you. Bacon is good on ice cream. Like, they put bacon in chocolate, so why not, right? I'm surprised Wyoming Girl didn't say that. Poor Wyoming Girl. Her husband's going to get mad at us because he's going to have to run to the grocery store, and he said it's not very close. Oh no, two-finger typer. I'm sorry about that. Short-term memory's not good. Long-term is good. Cinnamon makes everything taste like Christmas. Amen. I agree, KB. Jamie, yes you did. We'll let it slide this time. Yes, cinnamon in my coffee. Oh, it's very good. Just a little dash. I would do cinnamon, orange zest, like orange peel, and cloves. Make a really nice smelling simmer. Jamie, you're fine. Sorry. So it's a $6,000 transmission. So I am so sorry to hear that about her transmission. Oh my gosh. Tell her, Iggy, tell her she's got my deepest sympathy. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do over here either. Cherry Pop-Tarts are pretty good. Oh no, Pop-Tarts. But I still need a salad. Something green. I know! Are you looking at that, Diane? There are so many health benefits to cinnamon. Have you ever looked up what potatoes can do? Potatoes have all kinds of healing powers. It's crazy. And I'm not talking about just eating them. I was amazed about potatoes and potato skins. Oh, pizza and a salad, like pizza and a Greek salad. Oh, yum. That sounds really good. I don't think that's going to happen, but it sounds really good. Everything shuts down in Annapolis at 10 o'clock anyway. So I think it's beans. That's alright. I made those beans. They taste really good. Because Shelly, I've got to get to where God sends me, you know. I didn't know the transmission was going until just, this past week. So, I took her to the shop as soon as she started cutting out back in Banning, California, but they couldn't figure out what was wrong. They cleaned out the very thing that was wrong, though, which is really curious. But I guess they didn't look up that there was issues with it from Subaru, and Subaru didn't do a recall. So I've been driving probably over 20,000 miles on a transmission that's on its way out. Sluggy shifting. So we're on borrowed time with the Subaru. When I looked it up, one of my clients told me about it. I was like, "You're kidding me," because we talk about all kinds of stuff when we're at crisis intervention, and because they'll do anything to avoid talking about what's really going on. You let them go for a while, and then you're able to kind of sneak in the right conversation when the conversation allows for it. It's pretty interesting, but it's good opening stuff, And yeah, she told me about it, and I looked it up. I was like, "You are kidding me!" I had no idea potatoes could do all these crazy kinds of good things. not just eating them. It wasn't just it was like what you can do with the skins of the potatoes, and I think eating them every day would be, for me, very fattening. It wouldn't help me lose weight at all. Oh, Jamie. Loosen your tongue up, huh? Wyoming girl says vodka has healing powers. Oh no. Potatoes as a stain remover on white rabbit fur. What? Do you have white rabbits? This is good detoxing from all the political things down at J6, isn't it? We have good balance on this channel. Alright, it's Glory be in the shadows time. We're coming into Annapolis. Hi. Gloria, listen to you. No wonder you like hanging out with our friend. She's a party girl too. Why can't I think of her name right now? She mods for Santa. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I'm having a moment. Filled the tummy and saved the steak. What was that? White Rabbit. I know the song White Rabbit. And if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall, then tell them all hookah smoking caterpillar has given you the call. They call Alice when she's 10 feet tall. One man on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you just had some kind of mushroom and your mind is moving round. Go ask Alice, I think she'll know. When logic and proportion have fallen slowly dead, and the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen's on her head. What, just when I'm singing it? Oh, trust me, I get copyrights all the time. I just delete them. Although you never know when it's going to be like a bad one, like Jimmy or something, and then they just like take it down. If you break a light bulb off in the lamp, use a potato to unscrew it. That's true. See, all kinds of uses for potatoes. That is a blast from the past. And when I like belt it out like really loud in the shower, my neighbors can probably hear me. Thank you, Jamie. And that's without warming up. Thank you, Uncle Deuce. Little psychedelic music for the evening, right? Poor Wyoming girl, like we're in this mess together. I feel like I'm pregnant now. I'm like craving all kinds of food. Come to your ranch and I can sing as loud as I want to. All right. Probably have some good acoustics out there. The worst part is like truck stop restrooms and showers going across the country, you know. The acoustics are amazing. I just like wanted to sing, just belt it out, you know. But then everybody would have heard me. Sympathy cravings. Yes, I must have had sympathy with you my whole life. Truly. No, we got the heat going. Can you hear it? We got the seat warmer. I was so snug as a bug in here. I put my when I first got to the Vigil, and I got off the phone to charge it without having it drain in it, and I decided I'd close my eyes for a little bit, so I put my windshield things up, one on each side and then two in the front, grabbed my pillow, and oh, I just laid here and just relaxed for a half an hour. It was just wonderful. Kind of dozed a little bit, but I didn't fall asleep. It was just very peaceful. I was snug and warm as a bug in a rug. It was just nice. I'm truly, if I do get another car, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but if I do, I really miss this vehicle. This is my Ford on wheels. My clubhouse on wheels. The Hive wagon. If the worst is the singing shower lady, you're good. Right? I can only imagine. I don't even want to imagine. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Jamie, don't stop. How do I just, well, heck, I don't have the money to fix the transmission anyway. So, that's a lot of money for an older vehicle with a lot of miles. God will provide. God will provide the means, the way. As long as we're on the right path. And then maybe he'll provide it just to get on a exit or something. I don't know. Aw, I could send the back seat to you as a couch. Right, well, the bed comes out. The bed will go in whatever the next thing is, if that's the case. I made that bed. It's nice and cushy. It's a good bed. If I am able to, some way, somehow get another vehicle, it'd be nice if there was a little bit more headroom. but not so much that it's that the crosswinds blow you all over the place. The crosswinds blow this all over the place. This had the highest clearance of any other small SUV that year, 2012. What is he doing? Oh no, is he sitting there nodding out? Shit. Oh, God. I've gone to give this man Narcan before. Oh no. He was holding the phone last time too. He's walking now. Thank God. Are you okay? Are you okay? I can't give you a ride, but I saw you bent over. I turned around because I wasn't sure. Do you want me to call someone? Do you want me to call somebody?
I'm on the phone with somebody now.
Okay, God bless you. You scared me. You take care of yourself, please. Okay. Bless his heart. He fell and hurt his knee. Oh my gosh. I was about to... I always have Narcan on me, Jamie. Always. He looked like this man that I went to give Narcan to. The paramedics showed up. You know, I called 911. They showed up like really quick because we were pretty close to where they were, and so I didn't have to use mine. But it was so scary. By the time I turned around, he had slumped over backwards, and his head was down in the gutter. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I pray I was so scared that he had cracked his skull open, but thank God he didn't. Oh my goodness. Everyone should have Narcan on them. Everybody. That should be in everyone's emergency kit. And not all the states and counties and everybody are on board yet, but boy, they need to get on board. That is one thing that Governor Hogan did as well. He made it a standing, and God bless him for this. Governor Hogan made it a standing prescription order in Maryland that every Marylander can go and get a prescription filled for Narcan. It should be in every single emergency kit. We have a terrible, terrible fentanyl problem going on, y'all. With this non-border, it is flowing into our country like crazy. So not only do we have the old heroin epidemic, but it has become a fentanyl pandemic, in my opinion. And the whole CV put it on the back burner. And so everyone, I'm going to show, in case anybody hasn't seen it, I'm going to show you what it looks like. I found some crackers. Okay. This is 4 milligrams. 4 milligrams is pretty strong, but with fentanyl, it can sometimes take 4 of these or up to 5 even. back when the car fentanyl had hit the scene. I haven't heard of that hitting the scene yet, but this is Narcan, okay, and it's a nasal Narcan. So they wound up making it simple and more desirable to administer than a needle in the leg. And this is what they came up with, and it's super easy to use. You see the pink there? You wind up, you're holding it, your fingers go here, and your thumb goes on that. And you always want people to be lying down on their side. You always want to converse with them, keep their brain working, because if they're starting to lose oxygen, they can hear your voice. Ask them, have you used anything today? Are you stay with me? Or just keep talking to them, and you do a sterno rub up and down in between the breastplate, in between the breast, like up and down their chest here, to try to stimulate the heart. But what's happening is that they're losing oxygen. When you have an opioid or opiate overdose, you're losing oxygen because your brain is not telling your organs what to do, the rest of your body what to do. Okay, so you just simply, you want them, and it's called the resting position, where you're on your side resting like this. Okay, because one of the things that we tend to do on purpose is to try to keep somebody standing up when they start to go down. Bring them down gently and lay them on their sides in the resting position, and you can get that sterno rub to them this way too. Okay, but you first call 911 because you want those EMTs on their way, and then you can get it free from a lot of health departments, and more and more too. But it can cost, if you go to a mom and pop, or any of them, they can get it, and you can wind up paying like $21, $25, $28, something like that. And there's 2 of these that come in a pack. So I have one of these is in my backpack, and one of them is on in my purse. And so then I have more as well in other places. But that's because I work in the field too. So as a recovery coach, so I'm going to recognize the signs faster than maybe somebody who isn't familiar with things like I am, or other people that are exposed to it as much, and so you just simply insert it into their nostril and squeeze, and like the stranger at Wawa that went down, it was an absolute blessing. One of them in one nostril, and his color immediately started to return, and then the EMTs were behind me, because I had the manager calling while I was getting this and administering and talking to 911. God bless that the manager. I knew her, and she did not call from the office. She called from her cell phone and put it on speaker for me to talk to 911, which was great. And so you work in bad neighborhoods, yeah, because you guys, nobody woke up one day and said, I want to be a fentanyl addict or a heroin addict, and it's like the most amazing people can be people who are in recovery, because there's such a gratitude and such a desire to give back to their communities what maybe had been taken to feed the disease, and so it's people in recovery are just amazing, but there's a lot to learn about it and what it does and what it doesn't do. It isn't going to hurt anybody. So if it is a possibility and they cannot respond, you get 911 on the phone. But go ahead and give it to them, because you're not going to hurt them. Okay. Yeah, it won't. No, it won't harm them. I mean, they're going to tell that something was administered, but it isn't going to hurt them. And actually, they're finding out that it mistakenly given for opiate overdose, what they thought was opiate overdose, wound up being like alcohol or heart or something like that. And they've actually found that it has been beneficial, and there's more studies going on to other, and I don't want to say specifically what, but it has been shown to actually have contributed to a more positive outcome for different situations, which they didn't expect. So Really simple. Okay, so y'all saw that, like the two fingers go here and the thumb goes here, and it's just whoosh. But you always make sure that it is followed up with medical, because if it is a fentanyl or heroin overdose, they immediately go into withdrawal and they need their medicine now to be well. Their medicine, quote unquote, okay, which is the heroin or the fentanyl. Because withdrawals are miserable. One of the things about why heroin and fentanyl have its hooks in somebody is what they call it, the hook. They got the hooks, is because of how sick people get when they don't have it. The withdrawals are miserable. They are miserable. I've been through withdrawals that are worse than heroin withdrawals because I became dependent upon the pain medication Tramadol. And I had roommates that stole it, and I went through 11 days one time and 13 the next time of just the most miserable withdrawals. And so God, I believe, was preparing me for the heroin epidemic because he knew it was coming. And he knew that I could be of more help if they knew I could relate, and I most certainly could. So, public health announcement. So, but if you can get a training, a Narcan training in your area, that is the best way to go. This is the super short, simple of it. There's more that can be done and that you should know about. So if you get a training through your local health department, or call them and ask them where you can get that in your area, that's good. And if your area doesn't have Narcan programs available, then you demand that they become available. This is so necessary right now. If we're not going to have borders, protected borders on our country, then we need to be armed to counteract the drugs that are pouring into our country. So there you go. Remember, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. This was the very short of it. I am not certified to train as a nurse is certified to train. So please, if you are interested in more, please follow up with your local health department. But since it came up, I can certainly give it a plug, because we got to do whatever we can to help people and to help our country. Because I personally believe that the drugs are an attack on our country. I personally believe this, and I have many good reasons for believing this. So we need to protect ourselves and our loved ones and the people in our communities. Absolutely. All right, you guys. Hey, listen, I'm going to get off the phone. I'm in Annapolis now, and I want to go ahead and head towards my house. So, no, don't clip this one. This one, I think we just barely skimmed by with okay. But I care about everybody, and I care about helping our communities, all of them. It doesn't matter where you live. So God bless you all, and have a blessed evening. And remember, God is bigger than all of this. It's every day. Thank you so much, Gloria, Uncle Deuce. Oh, Navy Mom. And Third of Its Kind, she was on with me earlier, so I was so grateful to have her on too. And thank you all for being here and attending and being so supportive. I just thank you so much. I feel very, very blessed. That was just the short little... Please go and find more information out about Narcan and the administering of Narcan. Hugs to you all. Oh, yes, a firefighter. Absolutely. They've got it on them. Absolutely. We're very, very grateful for our first responders. I pray that man was able to get a ride home. Oh, my goodness. All right, y'all. Over and out. Glory be to God.